We've got a really special guest today, and we have a really big problem, and we need your help. Who are you? What do you do? And what are we going to talk about?
My name is Sherman Witcher, and I live in Franklin County. We're going to talk about the school system and education and the teachers.
Yes, something really weird happened in your family this summer.
Well, over the summer, my wife lost her job.
How did that happen? I thought she's been teaching for almost 30 years now?
Yeah. Well, during the summer you go on break and you don't really pay attention to much, but at some point in time, around the 3rd of July, the HR worker at the school system called and told my wife that her license just expired, and we were having some hardships in the family. My daughter got sick, and my wife come out of school a little sick because of every year this time of year she gets some kind of cough or cold or something from the kids. So it's just a summer that we were just focused on the family, getting things together and all that. But when he called her, she said, "Oh, okay, I'll
get to that.
I will get to it as soon as I can." And she explained to him what went on, and he was sympathetic, and he said, "Okay, well, get it as soon as you can." My wife, in her mind, school started August 5th, so August 5th by the time, and she would get it done.
About a month.
Yeah, so she had a month to get it done, and so she was trying to take care of our daughter, who was terminally ill, stage 4, some type of cancer. My wife knew all about it, but I just tried not to.
It was just really hard.
Yeah, my wife just been depressed the whole time, thinking that something real bad would happen, and it was a real bad disease, and she almost died.
I'm sorry for that.
Yeah, and my wife got her kids and all that. We still.
It's my understanding that if a teacher's license in the Commonwealth of Virginia expires, that there's a provisional period that they can keep teaching while they get whatever they need signed off by whoever needs to sign it off and submitted to the state. Is that accurate?
Yes.
And well, why didn't that come into play for your wife?
I have no idea. To this day, I just don't know. And that's
nobody's really giving you any answers.
No.
Okay. And when you went to get the documentation that she needs to have her authority sign off on it so it can be submitted to the Commonwealth, that portfolio was just like missing?
Well, we left it at the school, the room she teaches in, and she was planning on going back to that room. She left it on her desk, and that's where it was, and we haven't seen it since.
Okay, but all of her other stuff was packed up and put away without your knowledge.
Yes. Somewhere during the time of the summer, they packed all her stuff up and put it on these trolley dollies, about 5 of them, and wrapped it in saran wrap and took it over to the maintenance place at the school center.
Now, were you given any communication that was any physical communication, what was going on, or it was just phone calls? Were you informed beforehand that all this was going on, or was this all after the fact?
This was all after the conversation on July the 3rd that everything was okay. So in our mind, in her mind, because I was sitting there
You're
with
okay.
We okay, and she got plenty of time. She got that time from time to school, because sometimes she's not teaching, so she would get it worked out, and you go into automatic provision anyway. So what difference makes? She's a sitting teacher, and sitting teacher is different than somebody trying to apply for a job.
Right. I know that you have to have 3 to 5 years of tenure before you get that classification that you're a sitting teacher, and you don't really have to worry about stuff so much.
Yes.
And from my remembrance, her SOLs were always, her classes were over the charts with their SOL studies.
Yeah, she's top notch. I mean, if I had to put a thing on it, spin on it, I would rank her with any teacher in the state or country, and she's passionate. She loved her job, and she loved her kids, and she loved the parents. And they have difficult ones at times, but she take the difficult ones and make it work.
And she also did a lot of tutoring.
Yeah, she would tutor from about the second week of school all the way up until the week before school's out. And she would tutor the kids who were seeming to not be able to get the help at home they needed, and who would look like they were struggling, and she just wanted everybody in the classroom to do the best they could possibly do.
And she taught first grade.
Yes, first grade at Liam Wade.
And that's one of the most important grades.
Yeah.
I mean, kindergarten is getting them socialized, but if they can't get through first and second, they don't have an educational career.
Well, she says that first grade is the tenured year that you learn how to do everything, and it will guide you the rest of the way through school all the way up to college, because the foundation is to teach you how to do the math, how to read, and break those words down, because you can really spell big words just because you know how to break it down. And it's amazing to watch her teach in her classroom.
And if you can't read, you can't do much of anything.
No, if you can't read, you got luck.
Have you been able to get any help from the district?
Up to this point, people you talk to just say, okay, she should get a license. That's fine and dandy, but why would you be fired over the course of the summer when your license run out? Because it don't have no specific law to say to fire you. It just says you need to have them.
Yeah.
And you get time to get them, and they will give you extended time if you need it. That's what the state people told when I called and asked, because I was concerned, appalled. Wife losing a job, and she was the main source of income, because I had a heart surgery about 4 or 5 years ago, and basically I haven't been able to really do any work, to just kind of like tinker around. So she was our main income.
And you
and
can't
now
really do much. You don't want to get into that situation again.
No.
So you've tried to contact the district. You've tried to contact the authorities at the school.
Yeah.
And they just go, have her get her license. But she can't get her license unless you have your documentation and the documentation signed off on. So they've kind of got you in a catch-22?
Yeah. It's like, how can you get something signed if it don't exist no more? But it was left on the desk where it could have been signed from there at any point in time.
But she's got a reputation within her colleagues in the educational system and the parents and the students.
Well, I would like to think, and I know for a fact, that she has taught the kids with all her energy and brought kids that some people would just give up on, but she didn't give up on. And she's met students that are out of school, in college and all that, coming back and hugging her and say if it wasn't for her, they wouldn't have finished school, or they'd have no telling what would happen in their life. And my wife is a special person, because we have been down to kids' houses that the parents didn't have the clothes to send them to school, didn't have books and stuff, and we go down there and help them out.
Can, yeah.
And we go further than you should do. They say you can do, but it isn't about what you can, it's about what you able to do, and if you're able to help. And that's the way my wife feels. She's able, she helped. And for this to happen to her, it's kind of like a daunting, sad day.
Because we need our teachers more than anything else.
Yes.
Because if we don't have education, the children have no future.
No.
Do you want to put out an appeal trying to get some, I don't know, how would you phrase it?
Action.
Some feedback from action from the parents.
Well, I would like to say to parents that have been through her classroom and know actually firsthand what kind of teacher and person she is, y'all should stand up. And her friends, I thought she had some, they should stand up and not leave her alone in this fight here, because she would be at their doorstep in a minute's notice. So now it's time she would need the same comfort.
That's why we're doing this, because most people don't know about it.
Yeah.
But how can we reach you?
You can reach me at the telephone number. It's 540-238-1205. And my email address is shermanwitcher@gmail.com.
And you can also respond to this on Facebook. That's where we're putting it, right?
Yep. YouTube, Facebook. And what is her name?
Her name is Terri Easley Witcher.
Thank you.